Greetings and welcome to Frostpunk. I'm KatherineOfSky, and first of all, I'd love to thank the developers and publishers of the game, 11-Bit Studios, for granting me a key to play this for you today. I am really excited to play. This game is kind of interesting. I've played a little bit, as you can see, to day 28. And so far I'm finding it kind of interesting. It's a mix between sort of a colony builder like RimWorld, but it also has scripted events and time pressures, a little bit like They Are Billions, though we're not playing tower defense per se. So I'm glad that you're joining me for this journey. It's kind of a sort of a steampunk setting where these folks are apparently have left London and are going into the frozen wilderness. One assumes maybe north, and they have to survive. So let's see if we can actually do this and get them to survive. As you can see at the bottom, this is a preview build. We are recording this prior to release. Release date is April 24th. So that's when you can get your hands on it if you like. So let's select a scenario. I'm going to do a new home. This is the main story. But yes, the main game will have 2 additional scenarios in it. So, to preserve civilization from the chaos of its own downfall, we have fled to the end of the world. We will have to adapt to survive. Who will we become in the process? Yeah, let's start this. Yeah, this game is all about snow and and cold. It's very, very cold. As it happens, today I was snowed upon as I waved goodbye to my mom as she was going to work. It is actually snowing today in Wyoming. It's not that cold, but it's still, I like snow personally. It's nice to see it fall, but this game is very much about the harsh realities of cold and snow. And when people get ill, they're not getting stomach flu, they are getting frostbite, and they're having amputations, and it's quite dark in many ways, this game. So we'll see how that goes. And hopefully we can save our people. We can make them better. All right. A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of the generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. So this is our base. We have traveled, we found this generator abandoned, and we need to figure out how to get it started and get heat production going, because our people otherwise will freeze to death. Okay, so we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay. So for the most part, we're going to skip the tutorials because I've already gone through them in when I practice playing this game. So the game does give you direction. It tells you what to do to kind of progress. I was amazed that I did things wrong and I still didn't die altogether as I was playing for the first time. Up here we have our temperature gauge. It is -20. That is a warm day out here, I'll tell you that. And then we have our resources: coal, wood, steel, and steam cores. Steam cores are an interesting thing because they cannot be manufactured, they must be found. And specific buildings and automatons require one of those each to build. Right now we are in work time. And so we need to get people moving. Now, this is the closest we can zoom in. I kind of wish there was a closer zoom because these are our people. They're very tiny here. You can kind of look and see who they are, their children, their spouse, and what they're doing at the moment. So they're all going to be healthy right now, but we'll check on them as we go through. But they're very tiny. I kind of wish you could zoom in more. But anyway, that is that. We have, I believe these are these houses? Those are stockpiles. Right, so we have no housing. We just have stockpiles. At the moment, we have 80 homeless people. This gauge over here is very important, and it's going to tell us what our major problems are. There are also a couple of things called discontent and hope, and these are how the people feel about the colony. Here we have the building menu over there, and then we have the law menu over here, where we can actually pass laws. Let's see, adaptation laws. And then later we'll have either religious or order laws as we get through the events in the game. So let's see, I think we're going to probably go with child labor first thing. And it does tell you what happens here. Children can work in safe workplaces, hope will fall slightly, but the child workers can also be injured in accidents. When they're injured, that means they probably have an amputation, which means they can't work until later in the game when you invent prosthetics, but that's quite far up the tech tree. Or you can put them in child shelters. Hope will rise, providing all children with a place in a child shelter provides a permanent hope bonus. But you have to build a child shelter. So that's another thing that we could do. Last time I played, I did allow child labor because we need lots and lots and lots of labor. You know what? Let's go with shelters right now. I think that's a good idea. We'll make this a law. Okay, so I have the game on pause right now because at the very beginning of the game, it's quite important to get things going. We have steel wreckage. There's a lot of... if we mouse over, does this show us our spots? No. Okay. No. All right, that's fine. And it shows us how many we have. We have 50 workers. We have 15 engineers. Those are like higher level workers that work in places like the clinics, anything that might require more education. Sometimes technology research, they work there too. And then children are the ones with the little mittens. And so we cannot allow them to work. Right, we need to get stuff harvested. We have wood crates, so I'm going to put on, we have 50 available adults. Let's get these guys working here, and also steel wreckage. And we should have coal here somewhere too. Here's the coal pile. So let's put on max workers for that. So now we have 20 free workers. We could get more wood, I guess. What do we want? Wood crates. I'll leave. You know what? I could leave them for now. So what we need to do is we need to build a child shelter. We don't have much at the moment. This requires a core. I think no. Oh no, it doesn't. It requires base heating level 2. All right. Well, we're gonna build it out of the wood and steel. We're going to put this, I think we're going to put this on the first ring. The way the city is constructed is in these kind of rings, and it's very, very useful the way this is done in the UI. It's very, very easy to make roads between them and stuff like this. We're going to put this next to the central core because initially we will not be able to power anything beyond the first ring of buildings. So we're going to add this here, and that'll be fine. All right, so, and then I want to also construct plenty of tents, and those we'll put around our core. Oh, we're out of wood. Right. That's all we can do at the moment. This is not good. So now we're going to watch our people as they're going to go out. Oh, what are they going to do all day? Watch the snowfall? Okay, so there are people complaining about this. Kids could do something useful during their time in the shelter. So I'm not sure if I have the sound right or not. It sounds very quiet. Okay, that might be too loud. I'll try to adjust as we go. I adjusted it off of the menu music, but here we go. We have people working on building. I'm not sure if actual people, I think they are actual people working on building this thing. That's going to help us. Oh, children. Oh, darn it. I missed that. Okay, so the children are cared for, and every time you work with one of these, fulfill the requirements of this thing, it gives you a message and then it disappears. I just happened to click too fast with the spacebar because I was pausing. Okay, we need to stockpile coal and activate the generator. We still have 70 people that don't have any homes. So, oh, we can build another set of tents there. And if there's enough stuff, it will automatically let you place multiples. At the moment, I just don't have enough things. I just need more wood. I'm going to watch it tick up. So these guys are basically, they're going and getting stuff. They're gathering things very slowly from one place to another. We could try to do a... one thing that I have not actually tried to do yet is put in a gathering post. They work here gathering resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates, and steel wreckage. So we could put in one of these guys. Not adjacent to a street, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I wonder if this covers... Oh, that one... Okay, so I can't quite get this. It looks like it goes green if it is happy with the situation there. So we could put this gathering post here, and I believe they will gather things faster if that happens. Okay, so now we have a problem. Let's see what this is going on. Note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. Hope will rise slightly. It was the right thing to do. All right. Keeping hope and discontent in check is very, very important in this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. You'll notice the shadows of the crater kind of moving as the sun moves across the sky. The people do have very specific work hours that they follow. Okay, so these guys are going to go and build this structure, the gathering post. So we're going to need also to make a road to it. So let's see what we can do for road-wise. This is our road thingy here. We'll go down here. Okay, and that will connect this with a road. I do love the road system. This is extremely convenient. Okay, and we can also build another house. Let's see. People, health, nope. It is people. Yes, tent. Let's build another tent. And I'm specifically putting the tents next to the core so that we can start up the generator soon. Okay, 50 people are still homeless. Okay, so here we go. Under construction. It's still working. Oops, what we got here? No roof over our heads. Housing problem. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We'd better do something about it. Alright, we can say... You have different options, and what you get is these knocks over here. And one knock means you will get a small boost of hope, and multiple is like a big boost of hope. We have 2 days to provide shelter for 50 people. I think we can... Can we do it? We need 5 shelters times 10 wood. That's 50 wood. I think we can do it. So we're gonna do this. Now the people hold you to your to your promises. So if you do not deliver, they will get very their discontent will rise and hope will fall. So we need to get stuff going here. These are wood crates. Let's get max amount. We'll get the engineers on that real quick. Now this is a gathering post. So. Okay, workforce will gather wood and steel. And you know what? We're just going to put max here for now. Okay, and it's closed this time of day. It is now free time. Okay, so did we get our coal yet? Not yet. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn on steam level 1 so that our people do not freeze to death. And immediately you can see this working. And you can see the temperature overlay if you click this little switch here. So you can see what buildings have power. Okay, so these are comfortable, these are livable, and at the moment we just want to have it at the range setting 1. Now the range is kind of like how far out it goes, and anyway, so then we're gonna have to watch our coal, because the coal, about a day's worth of coal we have, so we need to keep on mining coal. This is a very important part of the game. All right, let's see what these people want as far as the children go. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. Alright, I want to fast forward through the night. There's not much else to do other than sort of watch them do their thing. Later on, we'll be able to pass a law that allows for extended shifts. Okay. Illness and health care. Yes, we need to build that. We have 3 sick people right now. 0 gravely ill, but we have sick people. We definitely want to get our shelter thing going on. But we have to wait till tomorrow. Still free time. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. So you'll get these comments from people. Okay, it is get a move on, chaps. There's still plenty of work to do. So they must be getting up to the shift time very shortly. But yeah, I wish you could zoom in better here. Okay, very low risk of getting ill. This is their home. That's their workplace. Alone in this world. How sad. That's Florence Walsh. Okay, going to work. Everything is fine. All right, let's click this thing. What do we got here? Critical shortage. The number of sick is rising, and we don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of effort could help us gather the necessary resources. Okay, consider assigning the emergency shift law. Let's do that. I think we'll sign this. Yep. Using the emergency shift will raise discontent, and discontent will rise slightly. However, if we have a critical shortage, we need this. We absolutely need this. Okay, so discontent is rising. You can see this. One controversial law and lack of shelter. 24 hours on the job, insane, but that's our lot. I hope these shifts are only used for real emergencies. And they will be used for real emergencies. Okay, so let's speed up the game a little bit. And you can see the sun rising over our crater here. And people are going to work. And so we can see, you know, we have half per hour, 2.8 per hour of wood. So this is going to be good. We need to, first of all, I would like to finish building our houses. At the moment, I think we can probably even turn this off for now. Because we're not actually having anybody work here. I don't know about the children. They might be okay. But I want to get our 200 coal in the stockpile first. Okay, we need to make more tents. So let's get those close to the generator. 3 and 4. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, it should be enough for 40 people. Alright. So these guys are collecting stuff. They are getting all the things. Not sure how it compares to get, like, these guys. Oh, 0 available. Oh, wait, that's for the wood crates. These guys are just collecting the stuff. And I guess they bring it back to this hut, which is pretty handy. I should have put a hut over here, the resource gathering over there. But I don't know how it compares in terms of fast quickness. Okay, food. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Yes, this is important. Okay, so we have the shelter. These should be done shortly. We need to build our cookhouse then. Okay, so the cookhouse I have discovered is very, it's actually really good to place on the internal side. Okay, so we're gonna just delete that. Let's build the cookhouse. We can build a tent a little bit further out. Okay, and let's build a hunter's hut or 2, in fact. Let's put this here. Can I build 2? Yes. And I want to build another tent, of course. People, tent. Let's put them here. Come on. Please. Okay. 2, 3, and 1. How big are they? Is it 4 or 3? I can't even tell. Okay, I'll put them on this side of the road. Alright, good. And these guys are going to need a road. So the roads, you can easily put them here or on the outside grid. I think I'll put it on the outside. Oh, I don't have enough street. I don't have enough wood. So we're going to hopefully get wood. There's some wood. Okay, let's quickly build the road so that these places can function. And then we'll build it from here to there. Okay, good. I really like the road system. Alright, generator's shutting down. Yes, we know. Okay, so we have enough wood. But, oh, we also need a medical place. So let's do that real quick. Health, medical post, base heating level 1. I hope it's going to be warm enough. I don't know if it will be, though. We'll see. I'll put this here. And again, we need a road going along the back side of it. Very important to keep up with medical care, because people will just keep on building up, and life is not going to be good if that happens. Okay, so we're getting things going. How's this place functioning? Okay, keep on having workers here. Okay. Okay, we're at free time. Wood crates are depleted. Okay, so that's where we got the extra employees from. They are finished harvesting this stuff. We really need to get our tech going on. So the hunters' huts are going to be very important. Let's get people working here. The interesting thing about the hunters' huts is that they go and gather food at night, and then they come back. Okay, people from our convoy. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Okay, so they're telling us to get started with tech research. Okay, come on. Oh, we have a knock here. The heating is off. Yes, we do need to turn that back on right now. Yes, there we go. Okay, there we go. 10 people do not have a house yet. Shelter promise fulfilled. Hope rises. Good. If you can fulfill these things, the requests they have of you, you will do very well. Okay, let's put these guys hunting here. We need one person to work here, so we're going to take one off the hunters. And for now, we just need one person working in the cookhouse. Close this time of day. Up here, you can see our raw food. We have 100 raw food, and then we have food rations. We're supposed to convert the raw food to the food rations. I don't know if there's any bad effects, but I think that cooking the food gives makes it last longer. I believe one cooked food is worth, well, one raw food turns into 2 cooked food. I think that's listed here somewhere, possibly. Does it say? Alright, we're at a deficit at the moment. So they're at home. So these guys, I believe these are the hunters. And I can't zoom in any further. I would love to. But they are going out. I'm going to turn this speed up a little bit. They're going to go out of the crater somehow and see what they can do. Right, so we need to build a workshop, build the beacon, and then rescue some survivors. Now, let's look at our book of laws. What do they want us to propose here? Adaptation. Ooh, we could do child shelters. We can do child labor all jobs, or we can do medic apprentices. That sounds really good. They will help at the medical facilities, or we can do engineer apprentices. We can speed up research. I think we're going to go with medical, because that is going to be a huge problem, as I found out in my previous playthrough. So we're going to sign this into a law. Yeah, children will learn medicine in the shelters to help with the sick. So at the moment, yeah, we have 1 day, 11 hours of cooldown before we can pass a new law. Okay, and then the next thing I want to build is... Oh, wait. Okay, oops. We need to build a workshop, or several, actually. Build them here. Okay. What is this? That was a tent. Okay, this is the medical post. Right, so what we want to do is we want to get some engineers, and we can find where they are by clicking this thing. So there are 15 engineers here. We need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will put them in the infirmary, the sick bay. Medical post. Right, there we go. Okay, let's go. And once we get this workshop completed, we'll have more engineers. We need to have more engineers working there. Okay, come on. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. Right. Okay, sunrise over the crater. Get a move on, chaps. There's still plenty of work to do. Research. Oh, by the way, and I should show you this thing. This is a tutorial summary, and it gives you all of the basic kind of instructions on how to play the game. The game is very much also kind of about finding out how to do things. It doesn't tell you everything, but it tells you just enough, and I think it's very useful, and it's pretty You can access it at any time, just in case you forget how to do something. So it works pretty well. Oh yeah, here we go. Food and hunger. These are the starting values, of course. 15 raw food per day. Hothouse gives you 30 raw food per day, but a hothouse also requires a steam core. And then the cookhouse, 2 food rations per raw food unit. So yeah, it gives you some data there, which is pretty helpful. Okay, we have our workshop working. So let's choose. All right, we need what? Requires 1 worker. Research goal not set. Okay, let's get our people. Again, we need 5 people. 5 researcher people. Okay, and shove them in here. Excellent. So, what is this one? Oh, that's the emergency shift button. Right. We need to set a research goal. So I think once we get the people there we go. Technology tree pops up, and I'll show you the icon for that also. We have many different areas that we can research in. These guys on the left control the level of research. However, there are also connecting bars in between. So we could say, we want Steam Hub upgrade range, for example. We would need the number 2, so we'd have to research 1 and 2 level, but we couldn't research this until we had gotten the connecting one, which is the first thing. The Steam Hub is actually kind of a convenient little device that you can make smaller heating units around the area. So I would like to do, we could do heaters. Those are per building heaters, but they cost 1 coal per hour, so they're very expensive. We can do the beacon, which I guess that, yeah, we should do the beacon first, I think. And then get that going. But I'll show you some of the other things. We can get faster gathering, a coal thumper, which I haven't actually used this thing. So that one is something that we can do. 560 coal per standard workday, enough for 2 gathering posts. We could build a sawmill, which we need pronto. Steelworks, also very much needed. So I think let's get the beacon first, because that also yields us additional benefits. So we're going to get this. And normally here's the icon for the tech, which you can access at any time. Okay, so we have 1 person working in food production. So hopefully they are doing stuff. Storage, okay. And we did get a little bit of raw food last night, which is nice. Okay, and these guys show the efficiency of the building at the moment. Efficiency breakdown. Absent 1 in treatment, right? So they're obviously getting medical treatment. Okay, but the good thing is it looks like we have everybody fixed at the moment. So we can even reduce workers here and put them on other jobs. So let's go and just put them here so that we can keep on getting stuff. All right, this is good. So this is our coal pile. We still need to get more and more from that coal pile. Oh, we have a knock. What's going on here? Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. We urge you to hurry. We'll do what we can. We still need the research. Okay, we have 1 hungry person. All right, keep on going, guys. Keep converting the food, please. So we have some food going on here. That's good. Coal pile depleted. This is a problem. We need to get the next pile going. Put these max on this coal pile. For this, you need something. You need to build a mine. So that's pretty important. We have a couple more coal piles. Yeah. So what I have done in the other game that I had is just build the coal piles. We're 81% through the research for this next thing. So hopefully we'll get there. These guys are still gathering steel. Oopsies. Discontent. Alright. Alright, they're mumbling about something. We have 7 people hungry. Now this is something I do not understand, because we have food everywhere. Oops, let me just turn this back on. Okay, and here on our calendar, this is day 3, we have temperature will drop significantly 2 levels, and then here we have the temperature will rise. So these are something that we should keep track of for sure. Okay, and our food, I think we need another person here. We need another employee here because they're just not converting the food fast enough. So let's take one off of here and put them here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now in free time mode, the hunters should go out. Or maybe they've already gone out. I didn't notice them. But yeah. Okay, so it's interesting. Sometimes this stuff stops. The game, the timer goes back to 1 here. Okay, the temperature's going to make it really difficult. It's now down to -40. Yep. Okay, we can start new research. We can now also build a beacon. So let's do that. We also need more people working at the infirmary here. Oh, it's inoperative because we have the temperature is not high enough. So if we look at this and we see the temperature overlay, yeah, this is too cold. So there's a couple of things we can do. We can either extend the range of our heating, which is going to be generator range upgrade 1, or we can make heaters. And I think we'll do this initially, and then we'll go for the coal mining. But we do need to get that coal mining soon. Okay, there they go. Okay. Generator overdrive. This is a thing that can happen. Okay. When it gets colder outside, the temperature inside buildings drops. So we will have to see about that. But we're not going to do it right now. Soon we can pass a new law. What did we get here? We got, oh, the beacon. Yes, let's definitely do this. This is not something that needs to be in a specific area, I believe. So we just want to put it far out. It's not really that critical for stuffs. Being on the edge doesn't really matter where the connection is for this. Put it next to this guy there. Hope that's enough space. I believe it should be. So far the UI has been really nice. I really like the UI in the game. It seems to work very, very well. Oops, did I not? I didn't. No. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Fine, fine, fine. There we go. We'll just build the road that way. Not exactly sure who constructs buildings. It seems like people either, I don't know if they leave their jobs to construct stuff, or if it's just constructed by mysterious who knows who they are. But they do seem to get done eventually, which is quite nice. Alright, we have a little bit of stuff going on here. Is this still too cold? It is inoperative. This is a problem. This is a very, very big problem. I hope... Oh, mild frostbite. A citizen became gravely ill. This is a bad thing. Very, very bad. Dangers of the cold. Frostbite. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. Alright. Consider signing the radical treatment or sustain life law. Yes, we must do this. Yeah. Radical treatment is... we have to wait a little bit longer to sign this. So we could try, let's come back in about an hour in the game, so we can just read it properly and then sign the one we want. Yeah, this is bad. Even worse that this thing, heaters are researched. Yes, 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 please, please. Heaters off, turn it on, and help these people right now. Let's just fill up these posts with people so they don't get even worse. Okay, so let's put Max here. And this is under construction. Oh, this is very bad. So we can now propose the new law. Right, so what we can do is we'll try everything to cure the gravely ill, from invasive surgery to amputations. Right, the gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. 30% will be left as amputees, and discontent will rise slightly. At the moment, we cannot. Amputees will just sit and not do anything. But we can make laws to allow them to contribute to the workforce later. We could sustain life. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. The gravely ill will be kept alive but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. They will not be treated and remain a burden. They will take up beds in medical posts, and we just wait for them to die, essentially. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go with radical treatment, so that they can hopefully regain some semblance of purpose later. All right, so we're going to sign this. All right. Yes. All right. I just hope they won't cut my leg off if I fall ill. May make sense, but that doesn't make it any less cruel. So you can see how people are feeling about this, which is not great. All right, tech tree. Let's see what we can do now. I think we really need to get something going on. We need to get coal mining happening. Let's get a sawmill. And yeah, 7 hours, that's fine. So we can get, because those wood crates around here are not going to last long. They really aren't. Okay. Next thing I want to build, or I want to get, is to... Oh, this is not done yet. Okay, keep on going, guys. Beacon built. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us, the Frostland. Okay, here we go. Kind of launching this balloon that will allow us to see things and explore the wilderness. Yep, there it goes. Okay, nice. Right, so this is the overworld. This is where we are. We're in this crater city, and we have these markers that we can go toward. We have the Observatory, and we have Lost Expedition. And our quest right now is to rescue survivors of our lost expedition. There are hopefully 20 people there. We can either go back to the city by scrolling in with the mouse wheel, or we can click this button, go to the city, either way you like. And we're going to make an expedition. Now, I believe we need 5 workers. All right, we need 5 citizens must be available. I am not going to send my engineers. They are very, very valuable and precious to me. So I want to find where we have other workers going on here. We've got 9 people here. I think we're going to take from here, as much as it pains me to do so. 4, 5, okay. And we're going to send out this expedition. If I can spend 5 workers to get 20, I'm pretty happy about that. Right, we need 40 wood and 5 workers. So we're going to create the party. Okay, and where shall we go? We can either go to the Observatory. Does it say? This peculiar building must be the Arctic Observatory the Royal Society built to investigate the eternal winter. There's smoke over it, so there might be people here. Alternatively, we could go to the Lost Expedition. Numerous tents. We can see people moving about. They must be the lost members of our expedition. All right, we're going to go here, I think, to hopefully get those 20 workers here. So, right, we're just going to wait for them. Let's go back to the city and see what we can do. I think actually that this might be a good time to finish off this video, because there's much left to do, but I want to get this out to you today so that we can start the series off properly. So please let me know what you think of the game so far. I will be continuing obviously with our city, and hopefully we can find a solution to the eternal winter. So thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.